Hey everyone, scientist Hamza here. You've been witnessing something extraordinary happening to our planet. It's an increasing electrification that's been building for decades. This has massive implications for earthquakes, volcanoes, weather, and even human consciousness. Today, I'm taking you deep into what we call the global electric circuit. This will fundamentally change how you think about the energy systems governing our world. Imagine Earth rotating beneath an invisible electromagnetic shell about 1,000 kilometers up. This is the ionosphere, filled with electrically charged particles called ions. These particles respond far more to electromagnetic forces than gravity. When billions of these charged particles move together, they create powerful electric currents flowing through the space around our planet. This is happening right now, every second of every day. Here's something that should blow your mind. The ionosphere holds an electrical potential of about 250,000 volts, while Earth's surface is at zero. That means right now, there's a 250,000 volt difference between the layer above us and the ground beneath our feet. In physics, this kind of gradient means current must flow. But it never fully equalizes because our atmosphere acts as an enormous resistor. The atmosphere is about 10 million times more resistant to electrical flow than the ground or the ionosphere. This massive resistance is why we're not constantly being zapped by the 250,000 volts hanging over our heads. The current flows, but incredibly slowly. Now let's talk about lightning. Every single second, about 50 lightning strikes hit our planet. These aren't just random weather events. They're the heartbeat of the global electric circuit, constantly recharging the entire system. What we see as a flash is just a tiny fraction of what's happening. Each bolt produces electromagnetic radiation across an incredible spectrum, from visible light and infrared heat to radio waves, X-rays, and even gamma rays from superbolts. This brings us to a profound discovery: Schumann resonances. Lightning strikes generate specific electromagnetic frequencies that resonate between Earth's surface and the ionosphere. These frequencies, starting at 7.83 Hz, overlap precisely with human brainwave patterns. Think about that. We evolved over millions of years bathed in these frequencies. Our neural systems developed in resonance with Earth's own electromagnetic heartbeat. These resonances are always there, potentially influencing everything from our cognitive function to animal behavior. Under clear skies, a weak but constant current flows down from the ionosphere. But during storms, everything changes. Thunderclouds can generate up to 100 million volts, creating localized regions where the normal electrical gradient is completely reversed. Normally, the atmospheric electrical gradient increases by about 100 volts per meter as you go up. So if you're 6 feet tall, there's roughly a 180 volt difference between your head and your feet right now. You don't feel it because of that atmospheric resistance, but it's there. The global electric circuit isn't isolated. Its primary driver is our sun, which follows an 11 to 12 year cycle of activity. The difference between solar minimum and solar maximum is staggering. During the 2019 solar minimum, X-ray flux was around 10 to the negative 8 watts per square meter. Fast forward to July 2024. During solar maximum, it's 10 to the negative 5. That's a 1,000-fold increase in high-energy radiation. Most of the sun's energy is visible light, but X-rays and extreme ultraviolet radiation are absorbed directly by the ionosphere. This is what creates the ionosphere in the first place, by stripping electrons from gas molecules. This is why ham radio transmissions vary so much between solar maximum and minimum the ionosphere S. Properties are changing. We're at the end of solar maximum for cycle 25 now. Solar cycle 24 was weak, and many predicted cycle 25 would be too. They were wrong. Cycle 25 has been significantly stronger, pumping massive amounts of energy into Earth's system. Another key mechanism is ion precipitation from Earth's radiation belts. When solar storms hit, they disturb our magnetic field, causing energetic ions to cascade down into the upper atmosphere. When a single high-energy ion hits an atmospheric molecule, it triggers a particle cascade, like a cosmic billiard ball effect. This effectively deposits space-based energy into lower atmospheric layers, bringing it closer to Earth's surface and even into the subsurface where geological activity originates. We are also contributing to this electrification. The greenhouse effect is real, and water vapor is the primary greenhouse gas. Burning hydrocarbons has released enormous amounts of ancient water, previously sequestered for millions of years, into our atmosphere. All of this drives further electrification. Some climate models estimate that in 50 to 100 years, lightning activity could be 10 to 20 times greater. Think about what that means for the Schumann resonances that overlap with our brainwaves. Recent research has found something fascinating. Before certain earthquakes, surface conductivity sensors have gone completely off the charts. This suggests some kind of ionization of the lower atmosphere allowed for circuit closure between the subsurface and the ionosphere. Right before the earthquake ruptured, we're discovering direct electromagnetic links between space, weather, atmospheric electricity, and seismic activity. This isn't fringe science. These are measurable, repeatable observations. Looking at 2024 and 2025, we've had one of the most seismically and electromagnetically active periods on record. We've had numerous X-class solar flares, major geomagnetic storms, and elevated Schumann resonance activity. The data is clear. We're riding a wave of increasing planetary energy that's been building since 2010. As this electrification continues, I expect we'll see phenomena that current models don't predict. Because biological systems, including our nervous systems, evolved in resonance with Earth's electromagnetic field. Increasing field strengths could trigger unexpected developments in cognitive capabilities. We might see rapid increases in measurable intelligence in some animals or new expressions of consciousness we can't yet measure. The science confirms what many have understood intuitively. Earth is a living electromagnetic system. Solar activity affects the ionosphere, which affects atmospheric electricity, which affects surface conductivity, which may influence seismic activity. It's all connected. I'll be tracking these developments and sharing the latest research and data with you. This is the frontier where physics, geology, atmospheric science, and biology converge. If you want to stay updated on what's really happening with our planet's energy systems, make sure you subscribe. The world is expressing itself in new ways, and together we'll understand these changes as they unfold. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.